Okay, Yang, I just read Leah Remini's Troublemaker, Surviving Hollywood and Scientology. Now, for those of you who don't know, Leah Remini, which you should know this, it's a pretty awesome show. She starred with Kevin James in, in a show called The King of Queens. And she played his sassy wife. They were both New Yorkers. Kevin James played Doug, a delivery man. It was a fantastic show. Lots of laughs. It was really funny. It didn't rely on the poop humor and potty mouths. Now there was a little bit of that, but it didn't. The show didn't rely on it. That's a mistake a lot of sitcoms make today. But I'm a huge fan of her work. She's really funny, and this this book is her perspective, which is probably the right perspective, of what happened when she had her very public split with the Church of Scientology. But outside of that, you can see all that because she talks about all of that on her new show, Scientology in the Aftermath. And it's really good. By the way, you should watch that show. It's really phenomenal. Hearing all these different people's stories and the Scientology practices, check it out. It's worth watching. And of course, the church disputes everything that her and her guests say on the show. But outside of that, Troublemaker, it starts at the beginning of her wanting to be an actress, and it follows all of her roles from being on unaired pilots to being on Living Dolls to finally landing in King of Queens and then being on Dancing with the Stars and losing Dancing with the Stars. It shows stuff that went on in her personal life. And now I know that a lot of celebrities, when they write books like this, they obviously use a ghostwriter. Now I'm not saying Leah didn't, but whenever I read some of these celebrity memoirs, I always think, oh, this doesn't sound like this person. I've seen that person in interviews or on Jimmy Fallon or Jay Leno, and I've heard them. They don't sound like that. This is clearly a ghostwriter. Troublemaker sounds just like Leah. If you've watched anything with her, whether she was on The Talk or whether she was doing interviews on Good Morning America or on Scientology in the Aftermath, anything she says is almost duplicated in this book. Her tone, her expressions, the way she says it, she nails it. It's a great book. I highly recommend it. Now, I want to tell you this book does have a little bit of foul language in it. That's Leah. It's a little vulgar, but it's worth reading if you want to power through it, especially if you like memoirs. So anyway, Leah Remini, Troublemaker. I enjoyed it. I think you will too. Now, I hope you enjoyed this year's stuff. Um, I'm on a little bit of a Christmas hiatus. I'll go back to full episodes starting early or maybe mid-January, depending on how the holidays go. But I hope that you enjoy these pre-recorded vlogs I've been doing. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that little bell so you could get notifications. Leave me a comment below and let me know how I'm doing. Follow me on social media. Twitter is at RealJacobAiry. Instagram, real.jacob.airy. Facebook is author Jacob Airy, and of course, you can find my blog, www.jacobairy.blog. Thank you, everyone who's a subscriber. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake.